Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Pisces. I'm the Cannastrologer. My name is Abby, and this is a reading for the last week of April. But energy is timeless, so anytime that you're seeing this, if the message resonates, if the title of the message resonates, then it could be meant for you. Don't try to force anything or make it fit, but do understand that energies can be crisscross, flip-flopped, and or reversed, and that everybody encompasses both masculine and feminine energies within them, so it's all about balance. It's always about balance. So Pisces, this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you have strong Pisces placements anywhere throughout your charts and any parts of this message resonates, then again, it could be for you. So I'm going to switch it up again this week. I've been playing around with different spreads and also just trying to make them shorter. I'm not really making them any shorter than past weeks, but I'm trying to, okay? What do we have this week for Pisces? The song that I had on shuffle for you, or on pre-shuffle for you, on shuffle while I was doing the pre-shuffle, is Love Myself by Olivia O'Brien. So some of the lyrics that this song talks about is, why is it so hard to just be myself? I feel like I'm different from everyone else. Why am I like this? Can somebody please tell me? I look in the mirror and what do I see? Don't really know who's looking back at me. I don't even know who I want to be. And then the end of it says, I need to love myself before I love anyone else. And that's the whole point of the song. It's like the main theme. It's about loving yourself first before you can expect or ask to be loved by anybody else, right? You have to love yourself first. But it's a couple things that, I picked up on it too. Like, why do I feel like I'm so different than anybody else? Because you are. Everybody's different. It's like a snowflake. Every snowflake, there's not one snowflake that is exactly like the next. It's like a thumbprint. Not everybody's fingerprints are the same. I don't think there's anybody who's exactly the same. I don't think that's been scientifically proven. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but I don't think so. You get the point though, right? And I look in the mirror and what do I see? Don't really know who's looking back at me, and I don't even know who I want to be. So this is like, what is that phrase? Imposter syndrome. It's like, imposter syndrome, somebody trying to be like somebody else, but they're not, right? And so if you have caught yourself trying to be like someone else, stop it, because you're not. You are unique. And that's what people like about you, because that's who you are. You don't need to be anybody else other than yourself. And again, this could be somebody else outside of you, right? So just take it as it resonates. Okay. So I'm using the Divine Energy Oracle by Sonia Choquette. And underneath the deck, this is underlying energy. Starting out with the read is engage higher reason. So this talks about finding a higher purpose. Anything that you do, do it with a reason. Do it with a higher reason. Number one, this helps you vibrate higher anyway. But it's like, if you're not doing this for the greater good, then what are you doing it for? Are you wasting your energy and time? Because those are the two things that you cannot get back, right? So engage in whatever it is that you do for a higher reason. Top of the deck, what we're paying attention to, count your blessings, 100%. Take into account everything that that you have for yourself, and count those blessings. And it doesn't have to be monetary blessings. It's the little things. It's your family, your spouse or your significant other if you have one, your children, your animals that are being very vocal right now. Give me 1 second so I can find this card. Okay, number 59. Somebody could be 59 years old, or it could be a lucky number of some sort. Everything that is starting to fall into place. Open your heart and feel the blessings at hand. Accept your beauty and grace and let your inner self shine through. You're finally accepting the fullness of your divine spirit. Your divine energy is calling you to be a success story in the world. You're moving into direct alignment with your full potential. As unfamiliar as this is, all your hopes and dreams are beginning to manifest on the physical plane. You're starting to live a charmed life, and it's well deserved. Your blessings are abundant and flowing, even if you feel suspicious of all the goodness coming your way. This wealth is the direct result of your past efforts combined with your willingness to acknowledge that all the universe has to offer you. Expand your capacity to receive goodness and love without resistance. It may take some getting used to, but let yourself fully absorb all the blessings that the Creator has to offer. It's the next step in the natural plan for your soul's growth. So, this week's energies, we started out the week with the moon in Cancer, then it goes into Leo, fire sign, and then it goes into Virgo, which is an earth sign. So it ends with like very grounded energy. It's talking about positive habits and getting on schedule, and there's even blessings in that, being able to put yourself on a schedule like that. We also have the waxing moon this week, and that's talking about following your curiosities, like starting new activities, transforming, and growth. And that's why I wanted to bring this up, because it was talking about growth, counting your blessings so you can grow. And it's a resonating energy this week. We also have the full quarter moon. That talks about taking action, manifesting, and casting spells or intentions to what you desire more of in your life. I also channeled the stones citrine and beryl. Citrine is for happiness, optimism, wealth, prosperity, and then beryl is to drive away demons, but that's to bring in happiness. It also protects you from danger, and it helps cure laziness, and also brings out your youthfulness. So if you have those, or are in a metaphysical shop or a crystal and stone shop and you happen to see them, citrine and beryl. Okay, what do we have for Pisces? For their higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for this week, spirits. What do we have for Pisces? For the greater good. One more. Okay, so underneath the deck, this is the energy going into the spread, into the read. It's the Two of Cups. Cups are water sign like yourself. It's all about feelings and emotions, and the Two of Cups is talking about, coming into like a relationship, a union. You see the two hands holding hands there. So you may be coming into union with somebody, just solidifying a union with somebody, making it stronger foundation. This doesn't have to be romantic. It can be platonic. It also could be like a business, union, that type of relationship as well. But it's coming into a relationship with someone that creates happiness and joy and, all the happy emotions, right? Let's shuffle this out. Okay, I'm going to take it reverse, but we'll see. So we have got the Knight of Swords, the Death card, and then the Devil in reverse. And then underneath the deck we have the Hermit. So in the recent past, we had the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is a spy. It's spy energy. And Knights are all about action. They take action towards someone. Swords are about communication. So could be dealing with the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be. Could have been a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius spying on, I want to say a Scorpio, because then we have the Death and Rebirth. Hey! Psst. Then we have the Death and Rebirth card. And the Death card is the sign of Scorpio. That's what it signifies. Doesn't have to be, though. You could have that in your chart somewhere. What I love about this deck, it's the Light Seers Tarot, is the death card in every other deck is just the death card, right? And it means, like, obviously death. It doesn't have to be an actual physical death of, like, a person, animal, or thing, whatever. But it could be, like, the death of a relationship, the death of anything, right? The end. So a job, a career, whatever, right? So, but in this deck, it's death and rebirth, because when something ends, that clears room for something new. I feel like it's the end of the spying activity. Somebody, because then we have the devil in reverse. If it were the devil upright, I'd be way more concerned, especially right next to death, because that's like real toxic, evil energy, and it could absolutely mean an actual death. But it's in reverse. Maybe somebody had a near-death experience and they're counting their blessings. So, could have been that. Yeah, because then underneath the deck is the Hermit, and that's somebody who goes within, like literally going into the void and seeking out that light of inspiration. Man, I really, okay, I'm just going to put this out there. If there's somebody that recently had a near-death experience and you're counting your blessings right now because you got through it, because I'm looking at 21, the world, behind the Hermit, we've got the World, so that's like cycles, endings, and beginnings. I feel like you were given a new lease on life, right? You're looking back at the past with the Two of Wands and using those lessons in order to move forward, reflecting, basically. So that's what we're looking at. Now, this devil energy, you know, this is what you have coming in, and it's in reverse. And so I feel like somebody's wanting to, like, lay down their toxicity. You know, kind of release the toxicity. They're realizing the error of their ways, if you will. But it's also releasing negativity. You know, kind of like the song. It's like, looking in the mirror, and what do I see? I don't really know who's looking back at me. I don't even know who I want to be. But by the end of the song, she realizes, I need to love myself before I can love anyone else or let anyone else love me. And that's that reverse of toxicity, because that's what the devil stands for. It's a sign of Capricorn. It's all about money, wealth, abundance, corporate energy, right? Business. And, you know, on a basic standpoint, that's not necessarily a bad thing, especially if you're just like a Capricorn, right? But if you're not a Capricorn and this is more of the devil energy, that's toxicity, obsession, overindulgence, right? In reverse, it's still not great, but it's letting go of it, right? It's trying to get rid of it. It's recognizing the error of your ways. And again, when I say letting go of it, it's because I feel like there's a death in this, like, not an actual death, but like a death of that toxic behavior, and now you're rebirthing with this new renewed spirit, basically. And that's, you're finding that inspiration in the darkness. Speaking of darkness, I'm going to shut that. All right, let's clarify this, please, for Pisces. Clarifying with the Notoria Tarot in light. Notoria Tarot in light, please, for our Pisces. What do we have, please? Underneath the deck, this is the energy going into the clarification, is the Magician. Yeah, somebody, first off, okay. We have the devil in reverse. We have death. And now we have the Magician. The Magician is a tricky fella. Okay, it's the sign of Gemini. You could have that somewhere in your chart. The Magician is about magic, alchemy, basically. They're able to transmute and transform any situation magically, as if by magic, with their energy. But it's for their purpose, for their reasons. It's not necessarily always for the greater good. And I say always because there are some good magicians out there, but there's also some very evil, toxic magicians. And when you have that showing with the devil, that's like black magic energy. Okay. So, but it's in reverse. And so I feel like somebody realizes that what they've been putting out there has been toxic, it's been negative, and maybe even have been working black magic, actual black magic. And it's not so good, right? It's very negative. Let's clarify the Knight of Swords for Pisces, please. Knight of Swords for Pisces. Knight of Swords for Pisces, please. Please clarify, thank you. We have the Nine of Wands. So, yeah, someone was feeling really defensive. The Nine of Wands is... normally I call this like my leadership card. This is somebody who's been through the trenches, the ups, the downs. They're very guarded, but they also, because they've been through so much, they know a lot. I don't feel like this is the same person as the Knight of Swords, though. I feel like the Knight of Swords was spying on somebody with this energy. Take it as it resonates. That's the situation. Wands are all about passion and energy, either passion towards a person or towards what you're passionate about. So passion projects, work, career, finance, your family, that kind of stuff, right? Somebody was watching that, and I feel like there was like a lot of jealousy. What's the Death and Rebirth card for Pisces? That came out right away. The Hanged Man. So for some of you, somebody's stuck because I feel like there was some negativity either directed or projected in this situation, and because of that, it's like it's put somebody into this stagnation. But there's an ending to this. It's not going to continue. Now the Hanged Man also, it talks about taking yourself out of a situation and putting yourself, looking at things from a different perspective. Like looking from outside the box. Bird's eye view, looking down at something instead of being like right in the center of it. The cool thing about the Hanged Man is once you put yourself in that position and you've taken the time to think things through, think things through, that was in the Cancer message, you can take yourself out of that position and get back to what you were doing, right? You have the power, but it's taking the time to think things through and look at it from a different point of view, right? So I feel like maybe this, the situation with the spying and maybe even the transformation, that's what I meant to say too. The Death card, it represents transformation. So somebody is taking the time, to really look over the situation and seeing this transformation. It's transforming you or them, however you're looking at this, reading this, in a completely different light. So, for instance, what was once really toxic is now, is now becoming more positive, and you're realizing it was never a toxic thing in the first place until you made it that way, right? What's the Devil in Reverse for Pisces? Devil in Reverse, please, for Pisces. Devil in Reverse for Pisces. Devil in Reverse. Oh, okay. Queen of Swords. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, so there's an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It's really strange on this card. So Queen of Swords typically stands for Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but on this card I see the symbol for Scorpio. So you really could be dealing with a Scorpio. But they're not the devil. They could have been targeted as the devil. Or somebody could be targeting you as the devil. But what this is showing is that they are not the devil. They're not toxic. So what I said earlier about projecting, like, make sure that you weren't projecting the wrong thing. And the Queen of Swords, she's somebody who uses facts, logic, and wisdom to make the right decisions. She's very wise. Very wise. Yeah. And I feel like, you know, this energy was basically, you know, it's either this energy or yourself was taken out of a situation, or they took themselves out of a situation to look at things in a different perspective, or you did. And you're realizing this, that it's not toxic. Okay, underneath the deck, clarifying the Hermit is the world. We had the world right here. Right, where's it at? Right there. And now right here. Number 55, this is card number 55. Somebody could be 55 years old, but, oh, and 4-4. 4-4 and 5-5. Significant, about 10 years apart. That means change of direction. So, and it's funny because there's this change in the direction with the Devil. It's in reverse. It's releasing that toxicity, releasing the negativity. But the World card is about cycles, endings and beginnings. And so I feel like this is closing up a cycle and starting a fresh new start. It also could, in relation to the song, it's like this could also be talking about, you know, releasing this situation of negativity and, you know, questioning, self-doubt, you know, that kind of energy, and, you know, transforming yourself, starting anew. But it's definitely talking about releasing this devil energy. Whether this is you or yourself, this toxic energy is being released. You're going to go within, think about it, start a new cycle. It's very good energy. I just heard too much of anything is not a good thing. So we're talking about toxicity, spying. Like, you can't do that. Even tarot, you know, and divination. If you're obsessive about it, that's toxic. And I say that as a tarot card reader. I have to take breaks constantly, because I can't sit there and obsess over my reads, or I don't really rewatch my reads, but I watch other readers, and I can't sit there and do it all day long. A, I waste a lot of time and energy, something you can never get back. And B, it just, you know, like, you are what you surround yourself with, whether that's people, places, things, you know, foods, anything. Pisces, please. Underneath the deck, this is the Nature Quest Oracle. Growth. We were talking about growth. That's why I went back to the message. So this week is definitely going to be a period of growth for you. I feel that you're growing as an individual, realizing these toxic traits, toxic ways, whether it's within yourself or another. And there's going to be a certain amount of growth that you experience. If we embrace the world, the towel will never leave us, and we become as little children. Yeah, you get to revisit your inner child. I love this energy. And, you know, when you discover, you know, what it was like that makes your heart swoon, you know, from back in the day, like whatever it was that you ever really wanted to do and accomplish in the world, you reconnect with that inner child, and you're able to focus on your future self. It's beautiful. Top of the deck, ephemeral. When we empty our minds of all thoughts, our hearts will embrace the tranquility of peace. We watch the workings of all of creation and consider the return to the source. So I just got done saying about, you know, embracing your inner child, thinking back. When you release all of this toxic energy, you come into a sense of peace, and you're able And you're able to consider the return to your source, the return to what those really, what's the word I'm looking for? Like innocence, feelings of innocence, you know, when everything was just good. I'm going to read this, the definition of ephemeral. Where is it? Okay, let's see if I can find it first. I know it's somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. I know I'm in the right section. A cloud is a good example of the temporary nature of the world. As Thich Nhat Hanh, I know I just butchered that, may he rest in peace, mentions, when conditions are sufficient, something manifests. That is what is called a formation. The flower is a formation, and so are the clouds in the sun. I am a formation, and you are a formation. Tao number 16. All creatures in the universe return to the point where they began. By knowing this, we can accept things as they are. We become impartial. By being impartial, we become one with the Tao. Reflections. Did you look for shapes in clouds as a child? See, again, reconnecting with your inner child, right? Spend some time sketching clouds to notice their quick transformation. Transformation, the death card, death and rebirth, right? And then consider your own transformation. And that's exactly what this is talking about, guys. I love it when the oracle clarifies our message. Affirmation, my mind is empty, I am free. You're releasing yourself of any of this negative toxicity. That's exactly what it is. Whether it's you or another person in your world, I feel like it's you, Pisces, but you know, you're releasing this. And what I love about the cloud cards, clouds are made of water, you know, vapor, right? And we are water signs. I say we, I'm a Scorpio, but Pisces is a water sign, and water, you know, once it's evaporated and it starts to collect and create a formation, and this I feel like is all this energy that you've had in the past, toxic, negative, whatever, but then once released, it's like, and you can just let it go, right? You're releasing that, releasing those burdens, right? Yeah. Releasing hatred, releasing just bad feelings, and learning how to love yourself so that others can love you too. I love that so much. So Pisces, thank you so much for spending your time and energy with me this week. This is what I have for you. Please make sure that you like, share, subscribe. If you're interested in a personal, I'm actually offering a 420 special. It's 4 cards for $20. It's my least expensive reading. All you have to do is contact me in the information below, get my email. You can reach out to me, send me your question, or if it's just like a basic energy read, love, life, career, finance, whatever. Once I receive your payment via Cash App or Zelle, or see, I don't know, I'm using PayPal right now. Anyway, once I receive that payment, then you will receive a live recorded video of the 420 spread. Bless me. Excuse me. So sorry. That came out of nowhere. But you'll get a live recorded reading within 24 hours of confirmation of payment. That's what I was trying to say. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Drop a comment below if this resonated with you at all. Again, I appreciate you being here. As you know, it's together we grow. So I will see you next week, and have a lovely week. See you on the flip side. Peace.